Hi guys, so thought I'd go over the basics of electricity for your base, the stuff that you'd really want to use. We're going to go over turrets, lighting, and cameras. Now the first thing, turrets, there's three different ways to power these. You've got windmills, and you've got solar panels, and a generator. They're the only three that are really in there at the minute. You can use test generators, but I don't think they're in the game at the minute, so ignore them. For a windmill, these can power up to 3 turrets. I'm not sure if they can actually power anymore, but you'll get a decent power and a charge from 3. What you want to do is put it into your power out, and then from the power out you want a battery. This is a large battery. You've got large, medium and small. The small ones, I've noticed, need a bit of time to power up, but they don't really power any turrets. You've got, there, medium battery, there. They can power 3 nicely, and it charges up as well with the windmill. But ideally you want to get the large one, because the large one has the capacity there of a maximum output of 100, capacity of 24,000. So from the windmill into the power in, power out, you won't have your batteries outside as well, you'll have them inside. It's just the base is too small to show you. But then you want to go from the battery into a switch. This is just so that when you've got a trio in a base, if one person's offline, they can come online, switch it off, authorize on the turret, and then turn it back on. Then from the output, you go into the turret. And then obviously authorized, so switch it on. For turrets, you need to put a gun in there now. It used to be where you didn't have to put a gun in it, but yeah, you need to put one in now. What I like to do as well is put one of these lights above it, and then power in, put this to your turret on the no ammo, so then you know when it's got no ammo left. I think it's got ammo at the minute, so it should be alright, but when it's got no ammo, it should flash there, and now you're like, oh, it's got no ammo, I need to go fill it up. And then you fill it up and it's done. You can put a second light on as well for when it has when it has a target, so that you know people are in your compound. To do this, just do that, power in. You've got these little 3 things here. You can do no ammo, low ammo, or has target. I don't really use the low ammo, I like to use no ammo. But yeah, then it's got a target. So then that'll flash just like the other one for when you've got no target then. When you've got a target, sorry. Now, you can use, as I said, you can use the other stuff. Let's show you these. Right, so for these, you need root combiner. These need to point to where the sun is shining for the maximum efficiency. So for this server, it's over there. It's always over there because it's a creative server. That's why I've got God mode on the bottom as well. But then they will Because if you did it the other way, so it was pointing this way, they wouldn't get as much. And the sun goes like from one side of the server to the other. So you'd need to make sure that you get all that. You need a root combiner. When you use these, you need a root combiner. Put it inside. I'm just showing you. Then, oh, nearly fell. Get it over to this. The root combiners have two inputs. You got root power 1 and root power 2. Put obviously one into one. And then that one into the other. Then that can be treated just as that now. So then obviously combine power out. You can put this into your power in then. And it should work the exact same. There you go. Now for solar panels, they're a bit slower than a windmill, but the maximum output is still 100 active usage. But they, as you can see, the charge left is going up pretty fast. Actually, let's show you it with the windmill. Oh, that's still powered when I've just disconnected because there's still charge in the battery. So when someone cuts off your windmill, when someone cuts off your power, you'll still have a charge. So they can't just cut off your power and then your turrets are all down. You've still got, like, this will still go on for 42 minutes. As you can see there, it's powering quite fast. So that's with a windmill. Now, with these are a bit more... They're not confusing, I just need to get the resource. So these are a bit more... Like, if you're raiding and stuff, you can put this... like, you could put one here facing the door you're raiding, and then shoot it out. With a compound, you won't be able to do that, you'd have to put it on the outside. But on the inside, yeah, what you do is, hang on, put it from power out, and then put it into your turret, then put fuel in it, and turn it on. And there you go, you've got it powered again. Now these are pretty loud as well, and it doesn't say how much power it's giving, but they do give out at around, yeah, 40. I don't think it can power 2 turrets, but it can power 1 at very least. So this is just if you're raiding quickly, pop it in there. They use quite a lot of... Actually, that's not going down too fast, but they use quite a lot. So this is why you don't want to have this on all the time. Plus, they are quite loud. Hang on, I'll show you. So say if you were passing or if you were counter raiding, you can hear these from here, but you can hear it outside the compound. So people will know that you've got turrets there. But if you notice with the other two, they're a bit more quieter. So you don't need to worry about them. If you need more than one turret, you do from the battery, have it power out going into the top, power in, then that. One of the things go into the switch, and then there, it's working just as it was before. Although it's not working, so why not it work? Has it got charge on that? Yeah, Wow, 10 hours. Well, anyway, oh, that's because it's not plugged into that anymore. Yeah, that's why it's not working. Right, I get it. Obviously, there you go. Now your turret's back on. And you can do this with the other ones as well. Put them exactly the same into another turret. It can do 3 turrets in total, obviously, because there's 3 inputs. The battery is pretty good for, I think, with one turret it says it's using 14 active. So you could probably fit at least 5 or 6 turrets on one battery, but it all depends on the actual power. Now, from the splitter, you can do it for your lights, and we will show you that now. So you've got get a switch down, put your lights out. Now these only do 1 square. They do bright up a little bit out of overflow, but yeah, they do 1 square, so you need to keep that in mind when you're doing it. So let's go from the other output on this, output 2. You can mix and match as well with the power, obviously. That goes into the input. That's just so you can switch it on and off. Then it goes into the power in. Then you've got, on this, you've got a pass-through, which goes into the other power in. And you can link up as many of these as you want. I can't even get through this. Nice, right. Right, so then you can link up more after that. You can't put a turret on this because the power out, the pass-through, isn't high enough to do it. There you go, so then you've got all 4 working. I'm not sure how many maximum you can put for this, but each one powers each other. So you could probably do 12, maybe. Yeah. You can, with this, with the alarms, instead of having lights for the turrets, you could have sound, so that I don't normally do this because it's a bit difficult, I think. Not difficult. I mean, yeah, it's difficult to know what's actually going on. And you can have an audio alarm for it. So then, when that has a target, alarm goes off instead, which yeah, is kind of good. But I don't normally do that. I normally just do lights. Anyway, so then we've done the turrets. We've done the lights. Now is the camera. So for cameras, you need a computer station, which doesn't need power. You don't need a switch for the cameras either, but you do need a separate power for the cameras. So let's put one there, and let's put one there as well. Will it go on there? No, didn't think it would. So right, for these, what you can do is if you only want to use 1 socket on this, but I've just put 3 cameras up, so you need another splitter, then put it from the 3rd one into that. If you don't have one of these, you can just put it from this into the 1st camera, but then this one, yeah, to the camera. There's no pass-through for these as well, so you've got to do individual ones. So then you've got to that camera, and then this last one's round the back. Yep, there. To there. Now, You need the hammer. Actually, you don't need the hammer, do you? No, set ID. This has to be unique because everyone can get this. So if you use Cobalt 1, everyone can see that because that's like the default name. So if we just put, sorry, Noodles 12 side, Noodles 12 front. Oh, can't spell front. Noodles 12 other. Right. Then you pop these into your station. Noodles 12 front. Noodles 12 side. And Noodles 12 other. So that's the front, that's the side, that's the other side. What you can do is I need a hammer. You can tilt these with your hammer and set direction and it follows you like that. So you can have it so it's facing your turret. Then when your turret's going off, you can see what's going on with your turret then. That's pretty much all you can do with them, really. You can put them on switches if you really want, but there's not really any need to put them on a switch. Oops. Obviously they're not going to work now because I've just taken the battery out. So yeah, it's lost power. But that's pretty much it for the electric. If there's anything else you want to see, anything a bit more difficult, this is just the basic electrics for your base. The very basics of what you need to get started and stuff. Obviously you've got your cameras, then your cameras are set up. Got lights so that during the night you can see. And turrets, which are always, they're like the main thing you need. Yeah, if there's anything else you need or you want me to go over, then yeah, just pop it in the comments and I'll do my best.